is opening on Wednesday, October 25th, that's immediately after the Dussehra, and is scheduled to close on Tuesday, November 7, 2023. However, the issuer has an option to early close the issue any time in the period once it gets the accepted subscription, subject to a minimum issue period of 3 days by publishing 1 day's notice. Allotment shall be on the first come, first served basis. Issue is rated A+ by CRISIL, which is a very good rating. It offers NCDs under 3 tenors of 18 months, 24 months, and 36 months. The NCDs offer attractive coupons in the range of 9.48% to 10.5%, 10.3% across the 5 series. We'll discuss about the details of the issue structures and everything. May I now request Mr. Bhupinder Singh to take us through the presentation and tell us more in detail about
post the event. By the way, looking forward to engaging with each one of you. Myself, I'm Bhupinder Singh. I'm the CEO and founder of InCred Finance. I come from the beautiful city of Bhopal. I left India in 1999 to join Deutsche Bank and then spent 16 years with them in various global roles across London and Singapore. Got bitten by the entrepreneurial bug at a very early age and is always keen to come back to India and start something in my home country. And somewhere in the middle of last decade, going back about 7-8 years, I spotted this enormous gap in Indian financial services and jumped with both feet in 2016 to set up InCred. To set up InCred with the vision to serve the growing financial inclusion theme, to be a key player in fulfilling the financial aspirations of every Indian household. That's the journey we started in 16, and very proud of what we've accomplished, and we'll talk to a lot of that in the course of the presentation. I moved here in 2016, as I said, lived here with my family, wife and 2 kids, and my parents still live in Bhopal. A bit about InCred Finance, the business. You'll see on the slide we have 3 customer segments. We're a diversified NBFC with a presence in 3 segments. Consumer, that's our largest segment. Education loans, a big focus area for us. And then MSME, the vast, very large, untapped potential in the Indian MSME segment is the third bucket. We're a diversified play across these 3 segments. We do not have a presence in wholesale lending, which tends to be the 4th pillar in lending for NBFCs. We only have a presence in the first 3. We do not intend to play in the wholesale markets. In the 3 segments, we've got a whole bunch of products that I'll talk to in a little more detail in just 1 second, but a couple of high-level comments first. In each of these 3 segments, over the past 6-7 years, we've invested heavily in building what we call moat in each of the product segments. Think of these as reasons for our existence, reasons that give us the right to play in each of these product segments and compete with the absolute best in each of the product segments. Moat could come from a whole bunch of different areas. Moat could be the way we provide seamless access through superior UI, UX to our customers on the one hand. It could be superior risk analytics driving our ability to get into segments that others can't. It could be our superior tech stack. It can come in different ways, but the key message I wanted to highlight is that in each of the product segments we operate in, this is a key aspect of how we operate. We create the moat in the segment. We give ourselves the right to play, the right to compete, and only then do we go deep in any of the segments. That's the first point I want to make about our overall diversified product strategy. The second key aspect of a diversified play is there is a key business strength. If you think about this business model and compare it with monolines, there's a few points I'd make. First and foremost, having a diversified mix gives us the ability to grow overall across the entire enterprise without having to scale up in times which are inevitable when the risk reward may not be favorable. If you're a monoline, एक ही segment में आप हैं और market challenging हो गया, your decision making may not entirely be a commercial one when you take the call to slow down or grow. It may be driven by imperatives like अगर इसमें grow नहीं किया तो overall growth नहीं आएगी तो market क्या सोचेगी. We don't have, as part of our business model, because we are a diversified play, we don't have those imperatives, and I think it's a very, very key strength of our business model. We don't have to take decisions that long term can hurt the business. Second key thing about a diversified play is it gives you the cushion on the credit side. कभी ना कभी it's inevitable again, कोई ना कोई challenges आते हैं हर segment में अलग-अलग times पे. Having a diversified play gives you that buffer, that cushion. To begin with, as was mentioned earlier, we have a very high capital adequacy. That's how we like to run our business. But even within that second order, किसी एक segment में challenge आए भी, the impact is significantly lesser in a diversified play as compared to a single product. And we've seen that play out over the past many decades in various segments, from MFIs to schools to personal loans. Our model gives us far greater resilience in adverse times in particular. And the third thing I point out with respect to the diversified play is it's something that our stakeholders like a lot. From our rating agencies to lenders, the broad stakeholder community at large, they prefer this business mix because it has far less volatility for reasons I mentioned earlier. At the enterprise level, what's the secret sauce in some sense, the key ingredients of what creates the magic at the group level, not just at the product specific level, but at the InCred Finance enterprise level. First thing I'd highlight, the most critical thing in a lending business, nothing else matters even remotely as much, is your risk architecture. And that's where we've invested literally not just our resource, but our blood and sweat. Everyone from me to my direct reports to the entire organization, every single person in the company understands success in a lending business is dependent on your risk DNA more than anything else. I'd argue more than everything else put together.